Hello dear friends, welcome to Shiksha Mantra. And here in Shiksha Mantra today we are going to discuss something very much important for your learning of English grammar, and this is compound nouns. Yes dear friends, our discussion will be on compound nouns. So what are compound nouns? How do we use them? That would be the key points for our discussion. But we have some particularization regarding this discussion, which most of the time I find my students getting confused with. And the discussion would be solely centered to use of hyphens in compound nouns. Yes, dear friends, have a look at it. I have written the words, the compound nouns here, but for each and every type, you could see they are written either with hyphen and sometimes without hyphen, and also they are used just as a single word by combining them, by conjugating them closer. So how and why we will use sometimes hyphenated and sometimes not? So what are the rules? That would be our key focus. And while focusing on it, we'd learn compound nouns and how they are formed. So let's begin our learning of hyphens and compound nouns. So what are compound nouns? Compound nouns are actually a single noun made of two or more words. So it's a single noun. Though it looks like cooking while pickpocket. So sometimes you find it as two words, but you have to remember that these are only a single noun, though they are made up of two or more words. So this is compound nouns. But the problem is sometimes we find it with a hyphen, with a space, and sometimes nothing between them. So what are the rules? How we will detect whether to use a hyphen or a space or nothing between the words? So this is not very much consistent. Rather, we'll say that these are pretty inconsistent. So all three forms exist in formation of compound nouns. So let's have a look at them first. Suppose we have inkwell. This can be written either as a single word or with hyphen, and sometimes as two separated words. But for I6, you can't write it down as a single word. You can write it down with hyphen or as two different words. And for bathtub, you can't write it down as a single word. You can't write it down hyphenated. Rather, you have only one possibility, to write it down only as two words. So this is the question. How to find out whether to hyphenate a compound noun or whether to write it as one word or two. So this is the key point of our discussion. So let's learn them one after another. So here's the first point that we must focus on. Use a hyphen to speed up reading. So if the one word version exists, use it. If you are unsure whether to use the two-word version or hyphenated version, then opt for the hyphenated version. Joining the words in a compound nouns with hyphens is useful to show that the words are the same grammatical entity. It speeds up reading. So with hyphen, we can easily find out that this is a compound, and we not slow down ourselves to consider the grammatical aspects of the words or the conjugations to find whether they are used as a single word or there's actually differences in their uses. They are used as two different words. So it's better to use a hyphen, and it will speed up our reading. And when you have considered it, we have to get more specific regarding hyphenating a compound nouns. Though hyphenating always helps us a lot, but we can't hyphenate each and every compound nouns. there are some rules, there are some specific guidance. We have to follow them for a compound noun. So let's see what and how they work. The first is when we form compound nouns, we use noun plus noun construction. So two nouns are conjugated together like cowboy, toothpaste, rainforest, sunflower, eyeball. So usually one word, but frequently two like bus stop. Then noun plus verb like haircut, rainfall, snowfall, but they are mostly one word, usually one word, but sometimes two, like that of photo shoot. So you can't say that for noun verb combination will go always with one word, but sometimes you may go with two, but here you won't find any hyphenation. So in the case of noun plus noun and in the case of noun plus verb, you won't get any hyphenated version, that's for sure. Now the third type, that is noun plus preposition. This is very much important. For most of the time we use it as hyphenated, like passerby, hanger on, but it doesn't mean it will happen every time. In some occasions you will find that they are used but not hyphenated, but that's very rare. It's rarely used. So normally we use hyphenated version. For noun plus gerund, this is such a case where usually two words are used, but hyphenation is frequent, and one word, this only rare. So like ballet dancing, mountain climbing, the normal rules is to leave it as two words, and very few times you'll get copy editing, caregiving, etc. But the words like bookkeeping, they are really very rare. Then comes one syllable noun plus doer. So when it gets to one syllable noun and it's added with another noun which suggests doer, we usually use one word. Like what? Like bookmaker. Here book, this is a single syllable. Here you'll find a monosyllable. Book, stock, car, care. Now when a doer is added with it, like maker. So book, this is a monosyllable word and we have added maker. Doer, that is maker. So bookmaker, stock taker, caregiver, car driver, winemaker. So most of the time we use them as one word, but sometimes hyphenated, like the words like frame maker, frame maker. Next comes what happens if the word is not monosyllabic, if there's two or more syllables. Here hyphenated is very frequently used, like cabinet maker, barrel maker, potato grower, potato, chicken. So here you'll find there cabinet, that means we have more than one syllable, and also it's added with doer. So here we most of the time use hyphenated, though two words, this version is also very frequent. Then comes noun plus non-principal words plus noun. This is a very interesting thing. Like that is daughter-in-law, jack of all trades, mother of pearl, birds of prey, and you have found out already they are usually hyphenated. Hyphenated is most commonly done for these words. So when it happens, noun plus noun principal words plus noun. So here you have to hyphenate them, and they are also nominal compounds, so they are used as a single word. Okay, so let's shift to the next rules, and here we have verb ing, that is the participle form plus noun. It's also very common. Most of the time we form compound nouns like this. You'd get the examples and you'd find out how common these are, like washing machine, swimming pool, running shoes, flying saucer. So these are but very common. Nearly always we make two words for them, though sometimes a hyphenated is done, like cooking oil. And when we do this, when we put hyphen instead of two words, It's because to eliminate ambiguity. We'll discuss it later. What is ambiguity? How here ambiguity is found and why to put that hyphen to eliminate ambiguity. We'll have a discussion in the later part of this video. So stay tuned to this channel and this video. Watch it till the end to learn everything regarding compound noun and hyphenation. Now it's time for preposition plus verb. What happens here? Here, nearly always one word, like input. Here you'll find in, that's the preposition, and put, that's the verb. Unter, cut. Unter is the preposition, cut is the verb. So nearly always you find a preposition and a verb. This combination goes one word. And here comes the next rules, that is preposition plus noun. So we have covered already preposition plus verb, and now it's time for preposition plus noun. What we do, it's always one word, nearly always one word, just like the preposition and verb combination. After life, of preposition and spring, noun. So offspring, they are always, mostly, very commonly, they are used as a single word. Okay. Now it's time for adjective plus noun. What happens when we do it with adjective plus noun? It becomes black market, red tape, free will, full moon. So here full is the adjective and moon is the noun. So what happens here? Here usually two words are used. Okay. But in some cases, sometimes there will be one, like highway, greenhouse, blackboard. Yes, dear friends, these are rules, but the rules are also confusing. So you have to find out what we won't use. Here we'll use it either as two words or as sometimes as a single word, but never hyphenated. That's why it's better to learn where we won't put the hyphen. That's the most commonly done ways of finding out how to get it. Now here we have another way, that is we have already actually discussed it. We have told why to use hyphenation to eliminate ambiguity. We have already discussed it. We have to use hyphenation to eliminate ambiguity. Now what is ambiguity, how it comes here, and why we have to use hyphenation? You should use hyphenation, that means you should use hyphen to eliminate ambiguity, to prevent a reading stutter. This reading stutter is very, very essential to learn. You have to learn what is reading stutter. When you are reading something and you stumbled in the middle, you try to recheck whether what you have learned, what you have understood, it's the proper meaning or it says something else. So there would be a read stutter or ambiguity. You'd find probably it has been written like something else. You have find it wrong. How? Suppose pairing the substances like water or ink. Water bottle and water bottle. Both the constructions are correct. You may write down is as hyphenated water bottle or water bottle as two words. Now what will happen? Here the confusion will come. When you are saying water bottle, it's quite clear that this is a single thing, this is a single noun. So you are actually indicating towards a bottle what we carry water in. But when say water bottle, it might be that the bottle is made of water. Now you'll say, so how will it be that a bottle is made of water? It's quite understandable. It can't be water, can't be substance or the material for this noun bottle. Now what would be of ice x? Here also we get both the construction ice hyphenated x and ice x. Now this is easily understandable that this is an x which we use in ice. to walk on ice. But it might be done that an artist has made an X with ice. So ice can be a substance for the X as well. Here also you may say, so how we can use an X made of ice? So ice X, where ice is used as a substance for X, is not normal. So you'll tell me, no sir, it's not right. It's better for you to consider it as ice X. Yeah, I know it. That's why they can be used separated as well. But consider if an artist make an ice X, then it's all right now. Then you will have to consider it as something that might happen. So let's write down something. What's of cooking oil then? Cooking oil. If I write it down without any hyphen, what will you consider? Here you may consider that cooking oil means you are cooking oil. The oil is being cooked. And on the other hand, you can understand it as something that is oil that is used as a medium for cooking. So both the meaning are possible. You are cooking oil. That can also be a meaning. So there will come the ambiguity, and to eliminate it, put a hyphen here. It would become cooking oil. And now there won't be any confusion. You won't get confused now, because cooking oil, when hyphenated, there won't be any ambiguity. You'd understand that this is the medium of cooking. But without the hyphen, there will be confusion that cooking oil means someone might cook the oil as well, if he likes, if he please, if he thinks. So here, when we come to almost at the end of the discussion, it's better to consider whether compound nouns can be used as compound adjectives. Here I'll say it's possible. There's every possibility that a compound noun can be used as compound adjectives. How? Like she likes ballet dancing. She likes what? Ballet dancing. So you can understand it very easily that ballet dancing is an information which is used as a noun. So this is a compound noun and it's not hyphenated. But she is ballet dancing instructor. Here instructor is the noun, for which ballet dancing, this is an adjective. And as ballet dancing as an adjective, and it's not compound nouns. Here we can understand that a compound noun can be used as a compound adjectives. And when it is adjective, obviously you have to hyphenate it. When you hyphenate it, the reader won't start. There won't be any ambiguity, there won't be any confusion. The reader will understand that you have meant it compound adjective and not compound noun. So a compound noun can be used as a compound adjective, but here you must remember that compound nouns are written like this, but compound adjectives must be hyphenated. And there's another word, bus stop. Paint the bus stop. Here bus stop means you are being asked to paint the whole bus stop. And you know, for bus stop, we can't use hyphenated. We can't use it hyphenated. So this is compound nouns. But here, paint the bus stop sign. Here sign is the noun and bus stop. This is obviously not a noun here. Rather, this is an adjective that is describing the sign. That's the signboard. And here we get it hyphenated. So in the first slide, what we have told? In the first slide, we have told that you can't hyphenate a bus stop. I am shifting to the first slide so that I can show you. Here, I have told you the right way to write down the bus stop is without hyphen. But here, I have showed you that hyphenated is wrong and one word is wrong as well. But when the same was stop is used as an adjective, that is a compound adjective. Hyphenated is the rules. So dear friends, that's all from today. Thanks you again for observing this video, and we have some Telegram channel by the name Shiksha Mantra, and you can go to that channel to find out the PDF of these videos, and it would help a lot. It would help you in learning. So I'd ask you to subscribe this channel and press the bell icon for notifications. We are returning very soon with another such important video of English grammar learning. Until then, happy learning. Bye bye.